Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your Love Story Tarot reading. This is for November 2019. Aquarius, we have Venus moving into Sagittarius, which is putting us all in a place of focusing on soul connections. We don't want superficial, we don't want phony, we don't want fake. We really want to connect soul to soul with people, and this is everybody. You're going to feel it. The people you're involved with are going to feel it. So those who have, true soul bonds, true soul connections are going to feel a stronger gravity towards each other. And where there's superficial connection and bond, those are going to kind of, distort and pull away from each other a bit. Also, we have Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio. Retrogrades always bring back the past, unfinished business for reassessment, reevaluation to help us heal, purge, release, or sometimes to reconnect us for a second chance. So I'm going to pull two cards for the two energies in this reading. One is to represent you, the other is to represent, the person you are involved with. Or for some of you, if you're single dating a couple of people, it could just be talking about each scenario in your life. So apply it how it fits, Aquarius. All right, let's see what is coming out. Dreams about you. Challenges. Okay, so on one side of the reading we have dreams and then we have challenges, but what I do like about the imagery of both of these cards is it's depicting a couple in both cards. So I feel like the energy is mirroring each other. And also, Aquarius, strong likelihood that the connection that's coming through is a relationship that is completely broken up, or a situation where there's not a big commitment, we don't live together, anything like that. I wouldn't even say we're committed. This would be more we're dating. There's no real label on our relationship or connection, just because, with dreams about you and challenges, the only real storyline I'm picking up with that is some Aquariuses where you are separated from your person, whether they're on active duty in the military in another state or country. They could be in jail, maybe they could be in another state or country for school, for work. Or if they live in a different location. This feels more, it's not a permanent we're not together. It's just right now we're not, and it creates challenge, and it's hard on both sides. And you guys dream about each other, or one person is having a lot of bad dreams about the other, worried about them, or maybe some insecurity and jealousy. So for Aquariuses that are actually committed, the only story I'm picking up is those of you who are separated in distance at this time for some reason. The rest of you, this is definitely somebody where it's a no committed relationship, or we're completely broken up, because I feel this separated energy and these dreams, somebody having dreams, and this would be more insecurity dreams, or if we're not talking at all, it's I keep repetitively dreaming about you and I don't know why, and we're not talking, and so it feels quite haunting, right? And I do feel both sides are dreaming about each other if we're completely disconnected, because again, I see these energies mirroring each other very strongly. So let's pull some more cards. Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands. Okay, Aquarius, these are pretty heavy energies and cards for the tarot coming out. So yeah, I really do feel the separation here more than anything else. And, however that plays out in your personal relationship. But with the Ten of Swords in that position, also having the eclipse taking place, I feel by the end of the year, when we're having that annular eclipse in Capricorn, I believe it's like the 26th of December, that's like the turning point. There's a shift, there's a change in this situation. So if like we're separated in distance because of like work or military or whatever, it's like we're visiting each other in December, or you know, we're getting out of jail, like something about December where you guys could come back together. Now the rest of you, this is some heavy energy. And it's really been like trials and tribulations for you both at a soul level, like you receiving a lot of growth, the way this connection has challenged you, but you guys are coming to the end of a pretty heavy cycle in your own personal journeys, and it's like playing out, the end of that like cycle like plays out through each other. Very interesting. And, you know, Ten of Swords, like somebody feels really screwed over here, whether this is like just a real easy breezy kind of no real solidification to connect to like the relationship, to call it anything. But it's hard for me, Aquarius, because even though there's like no label, the emotion and the connection is there. So to say easy breezy is not accurately describing the emotional or spiritual bond. However, the way that things have played out in reality and the way one or both parties treat this connection for whatever reason is more easy breezy, when it's much deeper than that, okay? Or we're just outright broken up, disconnected, not speaking, because the separation is so strong. Somebody feels very hurt, abandoned, maybe stabbed in the back, but the other side at the same time feels the challenge just in a different way. Man, this is a struggle right here. I can only imagine what you guys go through in person with this connection, because you know, the energy's the mirror. The emotion is there. The connection is there. But it's like everything in the world feels like it's in between the two of you. Like there's just the distance, the space, something in between. So let's pull some more cards, Aquarius. Oh my gosh, look at first card, Dream Rendezvous, dreams about you. Yeah, you both dream about each other. Like no question in my mind now. Sacred love, there it is. I knew it goes deeper, even though I don't know why it feels like there's no ownership of this relationship, of we're just gonna have to keep going. Dishonesty and mixed signals. There you go. Oh my gosh, this could not be more perfect. And look, 2 and 2, mirroring. Dreams and dreams, mirroring. Passionate intimacy. And last, twin flame kundalini. Okay, Aquarius. You both are dreaming about each other. I feel you both kind of wear a mask towards each other, because straight up this, and then there's, here is 2 cards about passionate intimacy, twin flame kundalini. Like, it's just too synchronistic all the way through, Aquarius. It mirrors each other. I mean, this is a 10 and this is a 9, like you got me there, but the energy of the cards is similar, except for the 10 swords is worse. This is really feeling bad, but this is like feeling the weight of the world, like really challenged and tested. So it's similar energy in those 2 cards, but everywhere else, like it's like 2 cards about dreaming, and then in the sacred love, it's the 2 flames, okay? In the dishonesty and mixed signals, the 2 masks, and then 2 cards speaking about intimacy, both being a soul card here. So Aquarius, you and another person wear a mask towards each other, acting like you don't care as deeply as you do, as if the connection isn't as strong as it is. And now in November, with all this astrology, there's no hiding it. There's no running from it. The mask comes off because the connection is just too intense. And it's like, it's time for the BS to stop. It's time for the games to stop. That's how you're feeling, or that's how they're feeling. And it's like time to put a label or to make a choice. If we're separated by distance, you know, if this is about living in separate locations, it's time to have a serious talk about it and not act like, you know, that everybody's fine and happy, because you guys aren't. Neither one of you are. You know, if somebody's away for military, or because they're in jail, or in school, or something to do with work, you know, that's a little harder to work around, but it's time to really tell the truth about how you feel about that, or they may be telling you how they really feel about it. And you both have to feel safe to express yourselves, even if what you have to say isn't pleasant or nice. It's like having the freedom to express your true feelings, regardless of if they're pretty or ugly, justifiable or not. It doesn't matter. With this type of energy, it's like you just need to express. Like, both of you feel like you have a voice. Put it all out there, because once it's out there, it's like then things can change, because we're no longer tiptoeing. We're no longer hiding our truths behind these masks. Like, it's all out there. And when it's all out there, it just, the energy changes, and it allows you to evolve and grow. And right here, you know, this being the Ten of Swords in this position, it's coming to the other side of the trauma, of the heartache, the betrayal, the sadness, and seeing everything that's been gained through it, the wisdom, the lessons, the evolution that's taken place. So by the end of the year, Aquarius, this connection, this love story that's coming through, I see like the kinks are worked out. Those of you who are physically separated, like being in the same location and being very real, honest, blunt, and true with each other, which I think you kind of try to spare each other's feelings, you know, but no more. It's like the masks have to come off, and through that, you guys are able to evolve. And some of you, this is more about like finally expressing the true emotions of like, I love you, or I want to be with you, like really telling somebody how much they matter to you, or them expressing that to you, Aquarius. So let's pull some more cards. Yeah, Seven of Cups, and this is all about daydreams and fantasies and options. And here in this position is like, okay, I'm dreaming about you. What do I do? Do I reach out? Because that feels more for those of you who are disconnected, or, you know, or if we're, you know, still talking and connected, there could be a lot of insecurity and jealousy due to like the distance, or no real label being placed on the connection. Under sacred love, we have the Knight of Cups. So this connection is real. Like, why you guys are hiding it or not talking about it, I could not tell you, but it's real on both sides, especially with the Knight of Cups. And those of you who are like separated or not talking, I really feel there's a high probability that we're gonna, like, the universe is bringing you two back together somehow, some way, and everything gets laid out on the table, and you have a second chance here. Yeah. Oh, yes. Heck, yes. This is the most positive card in this particular tarot deck, besides maybe the Sun, because this card, it literally is like, yes. The answer is yes, and this is coming out under the dishonesty and mixed signals. So this is being authentic, real, raw, true. You know, the mask coming off, saying it all, not holding back anything, regardless of feelings or trying to preserve anything. It's like, no, this is the truth as I see it. And that's coming on both sides. And in that space, Aquarius, it changes everything. Those of you that, you know, are in this connection where we haven't defined it or labeled it, like, you're getting committed. It's like time for that. We can't pretend anymore like that this is just a nothing type of situation or whatever we've been hiding behind. No, it's now we make this real, or we stop wasting each other's time. Like that's where it's finally coming to, because the connection is there, even though nobody's owning up to it. Those of you who are not talking to somebody, broken up, disconnected, I feel the same thing. Like the universe is going to bring you back together somehow, some way. And by being real and not holding back, you guys establish something very real. Next is the Three of Cups. This is celebration. This is gratitude. This is happiness. Aquarius, I really feel this person coming through, like you guys are very good lovers to each other, for sure. Like you guys like each other, yeah, especially with the Ace of Wands coming out under Twin Flame Kundalini. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Aquarius, you guys have two aces coming through, and then the rest are Cups cards. So this is all emotional, like an emotional time for you guys, and it's recognition of self. It's recognition of seeing somebody, the person that you know you're connected to, for who and what they really are without the rose-colored glasses. It's seeing the shadow within yourselves and in each other, and from that space, it's so real and true that is where like real love is born, because that's you know, being physically intimate with somebody is like the closest you can get to somebody in a physical manner. But you know, taking your barriers down and your walls down and exposing the core of yourself, is speaking your truth, that is the ultimate intimacy. That is where, you know, the roots of real love start stemming from, and create a very solid foundation for a relationship and a connection. So Aquarius, that's what I see happening here, where we're getting real with each other, and the heavy stuff is finally dissipating. And you know, Nine of Wands and Ace of Wands, that would be a 10, right? You got the 10 of Swords and you got the 10 of Wands. The heaviness, the karmic lessons, those are resolved, those are complete. The life lessons that are intended to grow you at a spiritual level, both of you, are now complete, and it's time for a new beginning. You both are ready for this, whereas in the past, not so much. That's why the relationship hasn't, you know, taken any solid form, or we went our separate ways. But now we're both different people, okay, in this reading, and things have changed. There's some evolution that's taken place, and what the universe brings back together is meant to be together, Aquarius. And you know, if anything, I feel mostly it's like two people finally getting committed and expressing the depth of their connection and love for each other, where both have really kind of held that back. So Aquarius, I'm going to pull some heart and soul messages, and these are unspoken words in the heart and soul of the other person coming through in this reading. I'm going to pull 5. Maybe all 5 resonate, or just a couple of them do. I'm pulling 5 just because this is a general reading, and that way, you know, it can resonate with more people. So let's see, Aquarius. First message is a soul message, and it says, I'm finally reaping the karma for how I've treated you and others. Boom, right there. Karma is complete. When you are reaping, that is the final process of karma. Boom, karma complete. And through that, soul evolution, which brings forth wisdom into the conscious mind, and in that space we start making different choices and having different behaviors. So that right there, Aquarius, I love that confirmation. Next is an ego message. I operate in survival mode, and I am very fear-based. Not surprised to see this, you know, because there's this connection that's beautiful and real, but nobody's taking ownership of it, and that has everything to do with fear, right? Unknown. I'm a lifetime connection you haven't met yet. So Aquarius, this coming through, you're gonna meet, and this is not romance. This card is not about romance. there's somebody that's going to come into your life in the future that's really maybe going to be like a mentor to this relationship, or bring forth wisdom, or be a source of strength. This almost feels like a mother figure, but this is somebody you haven't met in this lifetime. So if you know, when you meet this person, it feels more motherly. This just feels like it could be attached to, you know, this person's family. It could be, well, wouldn't be attached to your family because you would know them, right? It's just this person is going to be kind of instrumental in this connection down the road, and nurturing it, and seeing that it prospers and moves forward. Next is a heart message, and it says, I failed at loving you. I'm flawed and need to figure myself out. Well, that's pretty synchronistic with this whole reading. You know, there's something that was holding you back, or holding this other person back, and they're realizing it and they're growing. Last is an ego message. I am deceptive. I even lied to myself. I have a lot of inner work to do. Okay, so Aquarius, a lot of shadow work going on here, but it's the end of that process with these 10s coming through, and then 2 aces. It's the end of that process. You are in a period of transformation and evolution. And again, this might all take place in November, or this might go all the way to the end of the year when we have that annular solar eclipse in Capricorn. Okay, but either way, Aquarius, there's evolution to an existing connection here, overcoming some really heavy stuff, karmic energy, fear-based emotions, emotional baggage, and finally being able to be real with each other and becoming solid, okay? So those are your messages, Aquarius. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.